Hello, hello, hello. Hi, welcome, family. Welcome back. This is your Aunties Could Never, and we are reviewing, I was going to say Love Island then. Love is Blind, season
Done.
4. And oh my God, we're getting to the end. But before we get into that, I'm Auntie Sade, and I am with
Auntie Nana.
And Auntie Farah.
Yes. And guys, we are, as I said, we're reviewing Love is Blind, episode 12. We're at the end.
Yeah, we are.
In the season. We get the reunion on Monday. And it was a juicy episode today. But before we get into that, guys, we are not therapists, we're not social scientists, we're not psychiatrists, we're not relationship specialists. We are just very opinionated aunties who are on a quest to kind of, dissect every episode scene by scene to find out if love is truly blind. And what we need in order to help us do that is for you to subscribe to our channel. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers before the end of April. Thank you so much for everyone who's subscribed so far. Also, like this video too, so it pops up in everybody's feed, and leave a comment, get involved in the conversation. We love hearing what you have to say, and share with like-minded people so we can make this family as big as possible. So, guys, what is your one word to sum up today's episode?
All right, my word is surprised.
Can Auntie Farah?
That's a good word. My word is traitor.
Oh,
Traitor.
Traitor, you know. Okay.
Cool. Why?
See how you got there.
I'm just finding Auntie AK's word. What did she say her word for today is hair. I'm guessing this is because she's got that hairdresser background, and some people's hair was not popping. It really wasn't. It was
great. Yeah.
Embarrassing. And she also says R as well. I think my word is actually love, because there was just so much love, like different forms of love at the different ceremonies and stuff and everything like that. And it was just like a joy to see. I can't lie. I'm quite bit of an icebox where my heart is. So to kind of get me on that emotional romantic stuff is a lot, but it was a bit like, oh, this is just cute. It's someone cutting onions every second.
Yeah.
So
it was different this time, isn't it, compared to usual? I was pleasantly surprised with 2023.
Yeah. Yeah.
Snap.
So just jumping straight into it now. So first of all, they've done a lovely recap of all the journeys so far. Do you know what I mean? That was really nice just to see how they've progressed and everything. And then we get back into Chelsea and Kwame of that frigging cliffhanger. We was just waiting for him to respond. Yeah. And you guys were absolutely right. He said, I do. He said,
yeah.
And she got the surname as well. They made a swing.
Yes, that all happened.
I'd like to see if it was on the legal document though.
Probably not.
But yeah, did you see how the officiant almost stumbled on his surname though when he was like,
yes,
this is Kwame.
Yes, I did, and I was thinking it's not that hard, bruv. But yeah, I did see that. I did.
Through the Rolodex.
I also saw how the brother breathed a sigh of relief. He was like, "That's like God. He's not embarrassing the family name."
Yeah, that was crazy. People cheered. I generally think no one knew what he was going to say. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was just because even his friends were like, that could have played. You know what I mean? So
definitely. But that's because he didn't know what he was going to say. So
that talking from his sister really, I think. What do you call it? Chelsea might have to send her a bag back or something.
A big bag at that, yeah? Not a little bag.
Like, if you're gonna send this one back, do a proper one. But definitely, yes. She seems super happy as well, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
and then so they said toasted to forever. I'm happy for I guess. Like I was just I was left with like, I'll never truly understand people. I don't.
He still seemed trapped to me. There was still an element of him that to me seemed like I'm trapped.
Yes.
But no one understands that I'm trapped. So I'm gonna go through with this. Yeah. I definitely got that vibe off of him.
Yeah.
She seemed very intense in every action that she had towards him. It was just, I could just feel the intensity coming from her. Yeah. So it would have been hard for him to say no to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looked scared. I can't lie, but he's
Didn't someone say that?
Yeah. Was it him? Yeah.
I know it wasn't him. It wasn't him. But but he looked scared. He looked very scared. Yeah.
Shook, but let's see how it goes. Maybe definitely I think like editing definitely plays a big heavy part in making these storylines. Do you know what I mean? So like they threw me off completely. Like I did not think he was going to say yes at all. Like there was no part of that because I thought he was a person who was true to how he feels, and he's not.
No, how did you get there? No. No.
He's not brave enough to say no. Like he doesn't have the gumption to stick by that and get the fallout. Literally she's looking up at him to see her heart break. That takes a big man that would be able to do that at that moment. You'd just be like, I'm going to go through with it. I last 2 years and we'll get a divorce. It's like, I just think you just be like, no, I can't crush her heart.
You're good that you're thinking that it's because he can't crush her heart and that he's not scared. It's giving me those vibes.
I was thinking
like I better not.
And then I had a little bit of maybe like a not politically correct.
Go on, say it.
No, because I just wondered, like, is he completely a citizen as well? Do you know what I mean? Like, I just
Auntie Sade, I really didn't think that's where you were gonna go.
I know.
These are fair.
But, yeah,
it's fair. He has a job, but it could be sponsored, and so if you want to, stay as they call it. Getting married is an easy one. So
yeah, like I don't know. Obviously, that's very presumptuous of me. It really is. But like I think because of the way he was just acting, like he just was not happy so many times. Like, do you know what I mean? But it's almost like he has to do this, and like, why is that? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it is. I am stereotype. I am. Yeah. Sorry. Apologies. But yeah.
And the sister also was like, you need to marry her.
Yeah.
And the brother was breathing a sigh of relief. Maybe that's what it is. Man's got his stay.
And none of your parents are there. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so moving on to Micah and Paul. I can't lie yet. The way the producers forced all of these weddings to be outside, was out of order. The rain was intense. The rain was just intense.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Sorry, I was just going to say, all right, your plan is to be outside, but as a producer, you also have a wet weather plan. So you could have moved it inside. You just didn't want to because you wanted that shot.
Yeah.
But also they should
out of order.
Seattle is similar to London. You don't really want to be doing stuff outside unless you know this weekend it's going to be 30. It's like, why would you do that? It's always windy there. It's bloody always windy as well. It's like, it actually, and they all looked cold.
So Kwame's right.
He ain't lying. Like, it's not the best otherwise. It's not. So it was silly that it was outside actually, because it was like, this is a miserable day.
It was.
Yeah.
It did. I mean, it looked pretty, like from a cinematic point of view, but it was, you wouldn't want that for your day. You know, in the beginning, you know, the montage, you know, they say really nice things, you know, they fell in love twice, you know, once in the pod and once in real life, you know, but this is where, like, I think Micah, when she was talking about she wants to be chosen, because he needs to show that he wants her. Do you know what I mean? I think that's the first time she said anything like that, which I was just like, oh, now that clip makes sense. Do you know what I mean? That's like the first time. So again, editing. Do you know what I mean? Shelby. Oh my god.
Oh my god. This is where my traitor word comes in.
Right. From the beginning, I was just like I was just clocking this girl like, are you a hater? Are you not? Like, are you really like just the well-being? Because like, you know what I was thinking? Like, you know, sometimes you can banter with your friends and it's quite like, you know, I don't know, maybe seen as negative outside of other people that don't know you. You know what I mean? So
definitely.
But no. This girl is
Shelby,
a witch.
Shelby, I was saying the same thing during the show. Like, she's a witch, but I wasn't. I was using the B word. But anyway, like, I wonder if Shelby gives me vibes of maybe Micah slept with her man. Because why do you hate this chick so much? She hates her on a different level. When Micah was having a heartfelt moment, she said, "I wish I was drunk for this. I wish I was drunk for this."
That was at the wedding. But even before that, when
this is like when they were just in the room when they were getting ready.
Yeah,
she's been a bitch from there.
She's been a bitch from the minute she showed up. She's been being a bitch. Like, it's just why? If I was Micah, I would have been like, "You need to leave." But it's like she's not even clocking some of the things that she's saying. Like that Shelby, she's a different type of fish. I hope
you could hear it, and also you'd be looking over at the other friends' faces. And the other friends were also being a bit like, like just, they weren't really interacting with her. There wasn't like two people being bitches. She was being a solo bitch, and they kept.
She was.
Trying
to ruin the day, wasn't she? She was absolutely trying to ruin the whole day from the beginning.
Yeah. I just didn't like her vibe at all. I thought Ruby, the one of the brunette girls,
dark-haired one,
she was the only one that seemed enthusiastic. Even the rest of them, I was just like, no, what is this vibe? You have to be so careful about the people you have around you. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's really. And then I was just like, well, maybe this is Micah too. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like who needs anything when you have like literally.
We did say that though. Maybe like, you know, they're a reflection of her and she's pretending or trying to be something different. But I thought the same thing. Her friends weren't really giving me much. Oh my god, I can't believe it. They should be like so super excited and almost gushing to the point of, you know, like how Chelsea's friends were like really gushing. You would expect that. And one of them was just there in the background, like watching for the tea to spill.
Yes.
Exactly. They looked like they were there for drinks and banter.
Yeah.
Like, we're just here on a jolly. Yeah, that was kind of distressing. But also what Micah kept on saying was, Paul makes me want to be a better person. Like AK was saying before, like maybe this is her trying to escape her friends. I think that's what she wanted to pivot out of this toxic situation she's in.
Yes, absolutely. And stupid Shelby doesn't think that she deserves it. Shelby's just like, no, this is you.
Shelby's like,
you're toxic with me.
Bitch, basically. They, you know, Paul was talking to his friends, you know, talked about how they forged their rings, like Lord of the Rings. That's what it's giving me.
When he said forged, same. When he said forged, I was busting up. I was like, forged.
Schlegel. Do you know what I mean? You know, I had the feeling that conversation with his friends and family was just way too serious for someone that was going to say yes. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was just like, what's going on? This is like, you're debating this for the first time. And, you know, I thought they were putting negative thoughts into his head. I was just like, this is not the vibe right now. Do you know what I mean? Like,
definitely.
I didn't like that.
That's the right word as well, debate. It was literally a debate, pros and cons at this moment when you're going to get married in like 2 hours time.
Yeah, there was only one that said, "Oh, I told you my opinion, but I didn't want to sway you too much about how I felt," or something along those lines. But it was almost like he should have just said, "I told you not to go through with it, but I don't want to sway your opinion." He should have just said that, because the vibe that he was giving was definitely that vibe.
Honestly, and he was saying like he's kind of. I think it was the same friend that said it is as risky to say no as it is to say yes. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, what? On my wedding day? Like, no, bro, no. You're either on board or you're not. Like, I just don't. I get everyone's entitled to to free thinking, but
Do you?
It's not a real wedding day, though, isn't it? Unless it's a real wedding.
Yeah.
I know, but like, you need to be on board. Like, you just need to be on board. If this is what I've decided to do, like, do you know what I mean? Unless you and also, like, if you genuinely think that I'm going to ruin my life, take me to the side. It doesn't need to be on camera. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just don't like that. Yeah, I just think people are,
I'm in agreement with you.
No, they were polite about, maybe you need to think about this more. Like, they weren't doing a Shelby, but there was definitely an air of, I don't even think you're ready, but being polite about it. And that was all. Even his mum, I was kind of surprised that her not being that super
excited.
Yeah. Even his mum was a bit like, do what you want to do. Like, I was a bit like, okay, this isn't going the way I thought it was gonna go.
At all, really. The mum, I thought like the mum definitely knew her son. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're smart, but this is a time where you need to use your heart. Like, do what your heart says. And I just thought that he was so much more nervous than I thought. Like, I really thought like, whoa, like, you are giving me calm, collected, you know what you're doing, you're happy to move to Arizona, you're trying to figure it out and make it work. Do you know what I mean? Albeit like it's taken them a little bit to get there, but you would expect that kind of thing. But I was just, the overthinking was a lot.
Yes, definitely,
because there was something he said, like, I feel like he was getting in his own way, and he mentioned that that's something that he did, and he was giving me definite vibes of, I haven't actually thought about it in this way before this point, and now I'm here, I have to be very logical in the way that I deal with this situation. And because same as you, like, even though I had my reservations about him and their connection, I didn't think he would go into the wedding day so wishy-washy with which way he was going to go. That kind of did surprise me.
And so then we get into the actual wedding. The mum walked him down the aisle. I just thought it was overkill, to be honest.
Did you expect anything else?
She's a helicopter mum.
Of course.
We're lucky that she didn't insist on the officiant saying to her, "Who gives this man away?" Like,
it's true. We had a really, really heartfelt speech from Micah. And just reaffirming the love and everything like that. And then Shelby, that was when that comment came, and it was just like she's saying, "I wish I was way drunker." That was horrible. That was just
awful.
Actually,
awful.
Really, really horrible. When the priest, it got down to it and was saying, or priest or officiary, I can't remember what you call it. Got down to it and was asking, do you take this man? She flipped it on him, and that's where we got the clip from. Like, I think it'd be best if you answer first. And he took a long way, good couple of words to basically say no. Do you know what I mean? And I think, you could just see her heart breaking. I can't lie. I think like this part really humanized Micah for me. Do you know what I mean? Because although she is bitchy, like being, you know, being told no at the altar, and the guy is literally just still talking and not reading the situation, that she actually just wants to go right now.
Even when she walked off, he was still talking.
It was like he had to get out his last sentence.
Yes.
Like, so who are you doing that for? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's, you're not considering her. And it just showed, like, I'm starting to agree with some of the things that people have been saying, like maybe on the spectrum or something kind of thing, because he just didn't seem to, you know, obviously you don't want to diagnose anyone or be offensive or anything like that, but like, he just didn't seem to be able to read her in that moment, and his demeanor and how he was with his family was so different to what we've seen in other scenes. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So I really wondered about that.
I mean, it could have been nerves. So just, you still got to do this in front of a whole load of people. You still have to look at her, see her face go. I did feel for her. I didn't think her heart was broken, though. I thought it was
same.
And I was like, this is why you flipped on him, because you didn't want to say yes, and then he say no, and then you have to do it first. I was like, no, you were always preserving your pride, and he spotted that.
So
he's justified in saying a no to you. Like, everything you've presented deserves a no. Although I really did think she was going to be the one to say no.
Okay, so
the flip. Although I knew the flip was coming in some way, but I was like, I thought she was going to flip it on him. He was going to say yes, and she was going to say, I'm not ready.
Okay, no. This went how I thought it was going to go. Because there's elements of what you said that I agree with. I don't think her heart was broken. I think she does care for him, but I also feel like, because there's things that she wants to be a better person. She thinks that he's the right person, that the type of person that she should be with to make her this better person, because of the circle of bitches, right, that she surrounds herself with. However, her pride also gets in the way, because that's why she wants him to answer first, because she doesn't want to say yes to him, because she'll say yes to him and then have him say no afterwards. So there's that element. Additionally, I think in terms of how she feels about him, as I said before, it's like she just wants to escape her situation. He is very logical, so I wasn't surprised at the reasons why he said no to her. She's given him too many red flags.
Yeah.
And that seems to me like the real Micah. Remember we were speaking about how drunk she was on the hen do and calling him and acting up, and her circle of bitches, like those people. I think that she gave him a lot of red flags, and given the opportunity to think about that, he was like, this is not for me. That's what I got from it.
Or we can be together a bit longer.
I mean, there was that. I did think that at first, yeah. Before this episode, I thought that he was maybe going to be like, let's continue dating. So,
I don't know. I believed her. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I thought her heart was broken, to be honest. And it might be pride as well, and ego and all that kind of stuff. But I guess I don't see it in the same way. Like, I would be like, of course, I'm not going to. If what she said afterwards was that he from her point of view, she didn't feel safe with him and she needs to be validated, right? So it's like he wants her to validate him first. Do you know what I mean? So they're at stalemate. They're basically doing the same. Do you know what I mean? So I would totally understand, like, not wanting to put myself out there if someone else, but also be at the same time being hopeful to say, if we're going to take this leap together, that she's all in. Like, I do believe that that's what she was hoping to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, maybe it's just a situation, like, it was just painful. It's just painful.
Yeah, it's painful to watch it.
He said the same thing, basically, that back and forth that they had been on, that seesaw of I love you, and then the other one's the other way, and then they come along and they love you, and then it's, I think in his logical brain, coming to this isn't the right way for us to enter marriage is absolutely correct. But the stinger of I don't really see her as maternal, I was like, if I watched that back as Micah, if we was ever going to be a couple, we're not.
There were so many points in that last outro that he said I'm sure we're going to get to it, but there were a few things that he said that I was like, rah. But you just said something there as well about it will come back to me. Come back to me.
But yeah, oh God, it was just horrible. Anyway, it's just horrible.
That's what I was going to say. Sorry. I remember now. The validation thing from her. Do you remember? I get that because remember, even in the pod, that's what she wanted from him, for him to validate her. And that's why Kwame was appealing to her, because he was giving her all the validation that she needed, and vice versa. But she wasn't really getting that from Paul until she said, Kwame's done this. And then he kind of like seemed to get on track.
Yeah. And that's I guess that's my point. Like somewhere at that moment, Amber is laughing hard and Kwame's punching the air. Do you know what I mean? Like, seriously. Because Amber, she's got a great track record. She would have got him down the aisle. She would have got him to say yes. Do you know what I mean? And Kwame's just like, bro, I told you. I told you. He was right to be vexed in that room because you didn't even want her how I wanted her.
And now I'm with Chelsea, who's never going to let me leave.
He wasn't just vexed. He was distraught and bawling.
Yeah.
He cried
bawling
over a chick he had never seen before.
He cried. Yeah, he cried like they had just ended a 10-year marriage. That's how he cried.
Yeah.
Come on.
That he caught her cheating. That's how he cried.
Did
you say you've never forgive him?
I'll never forgive him for doing that. Never. It's actually not okay that he did that. He should have taken it to the bathroom, out of order.
No. His emotions.
Yeah, exactly. Let him express his emotions. We're always saying that people need to do that. Let him express his emotions.
Your arms slightly open so we can see your head. Do not do that, black man. Take it.
It was the sobbing. It was the sucking in of the air and sobbing for me.
And now, how's Paul gonna face him? Kwame's gonna lose his mind,
bro.
He's gonna lose his mind. Seriously. But yeah, so we see what's her name, Micah running out. Paul tries to follow her, and she don't want to talk to him. She just don't want to talk to him. And then her friends and her mum come in. Her mum is annoyed. I think she thought this was going to happen. Do you know what I mean? And she was really, you predicted that she'd,
she did
in him and stuff. But you could see, I don't know if you guys noticed, but you could see Shelby in the background orchestrating, like, okay, mum, go now. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, she is like,
Shelby was orchestrating a lot.
And she did actually want to laugh.
She was laughing when Paul was saying what he was saying. Shelby was fucking laughing. Shelby, let's not forget that Shelby said, this is the way that I wanted it to go. Yes. She said, this is the way I wanted it to go. Not that you wanted her not to get married to this man, but this humiliation here that your brethren is facing is the way you wanted it to go. There is no way that you can misconstrue that comment. It's disgusting. She is the biggest bitch. Like, nah, I hope that Micah watches this back and she just locks her off if she hasn't locked her off already. That girl doesn't want you to win.
Because there wasn't even any sympathy in that moment. When Micah was walking past, as she's leaving, I actually thought Shelby was going to be the first person to jump up and follow her. And then there would have been that, okay, they have a toxic friendship. But the fact that she was still sitting there, kind of sniggering, it's like actually who you're saying is your bestest friend in the world absolutely hates you. That's one of those that can set you up and do some shit to you. Like that was crazy. That was a crazy thing to say around cameras.
Yeah.
It's like she forgot she was being recorded.
I don't know.
She said it.
Back on her because how did they get that audio? That's insane.
So they must have known she was gonna do some shit.
Yeah,
it's Shelby. They read Shelby from the beginning, but nah, that's like, imagine your friend says that and you're sitting there laughing. But Micah's going down the aisle crying, like running away from Paul, and she's sitting there sniggering, laughing.
I was so surprised. I thought her brethren were going to jump up. I thought that was going to be the shot. We're going to see her girls running behind her because they are a pack of witches. But no, they're actually just proper bitches. Like, it's like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is the thing. It's like, show me your friends and show you who you are.
Yeah, your character, right?
That's the thing.
For real, birds of a feather.
Yeah.
I would like to, I swear, Micah, Shelby's giving me vibes that Micah did something to her. and she just has never gotten over it. Maybe not take her man, but like she's just. It's maybe she was Queen Bee before Micah came along, and she's just fronting, pretending to be a friend. It's just awful. Like, you don't like this person. That's supposed to be your friend.
Queen Bee, though, she's giving me long term. Like, it's because those girls, only Ruby was actively saying anything in the opposition to what Shelby was putting out. Do you know what I mean? It's I don't know. It's a weird one. Do you want to grab some comments?
Okay, so we have Gilda saying Shelby is that frenemy. Crochet Queen says Shelby is a terrible person. Helen says, yes, Auntie Farah, that was his brother, I think. Mad Gimme says, I feel like he wanted to take it slower than marrying right there. Adele says, hello, aunties, hope all is well. Micah's friend was on violence. There's Utopia says the friends laughing was disgusting. And how come none of her friends went after her? Missy J says, who needs enemies with friends like hers? Helen says, remember when Micah and her sidekick were laughing in the pods at the same one? Yeah,
right.
That's
true though.
Angela's Utopia says, one thing to come out of this experience for Micah is that her friend Shelby needs to go.
100%.
Hopefully she'll learn that, but
hopefully.
You know what? I'd forgotten about how Michael was in the pods, actually.
Yeah, in this instant, I did forget. You're right, because she was busting up over Amber. When Amber was heartbroken, she was sitting there kiki-kiking, laughing, sending her girl out there to spy. Yeah.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
I forgot about that.
I was asking, like, well, who are you? Do you know what I mean? Like, this is the thing.
Yeah.
Because your friends don't have any sympathy for you, then you've probably done maybe or been in scenarios where you haven't spoken up or you haven't, like, do you know what I mean? So I get like the whole Paul can save me, but like, can he? Do you know what I mean? You need to do that for yourself. You need to want to, do you know what I mean? Like, change,
be a better person.
Even that whole validation thing, it's like, that's a falsehood. Validate yourself and the person's going to resonate with you. It's like, you can't put it all on him. And it's there's wherever you go, there you are. It doesn't matter. He ain't gonna change shit because you're still gonna be.
That's true.
Yeah.
All you're gonna do is Michael Paul, and then he's gonna be like, oh, now I see her.
Yeah, so, she was trying to Michael Paul a few times.
Oh, God.
Going to the man's house and busting up at his wardrobe.
Yeah. So then we get on to could be our favorite couple, Brittany.
Yeah.
I just love them so much.
Seriously.
It's warmed my heart.
One of the first things I noticed, because she opened the frigging dress, I was like, it's a different dress. It's a frigging different dress. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, it's like, thank fuck for that.
I thought I was going mad, I actually thought I was going mad at first.
This one I didn't like. I was blatantly like, oh. Yeah, I was totally like, oh.
No,
because the other one had that weird brown lining underneath as well, didn't it? And all those things on it. Yeah. I did not like it.
I liked her original more than this one. This one again was that same. It's just like going to a ball, just what you'd wear out, but white. There's just not wedding dress enough for me. I was like, I think her figure looked better in the other dress. This one really helped her.
No, the other dress was awful to me. Like,
the other dress was awful. Yeah, I don't know if I like that belt thing that she had on this dress.
Yeah,
that belt thing was weird because it was like it was one way and then at the back it was I don't think I liked that.
Yeah,
but I didn't like the other dress.
Longer dress, I don't know, but yeah, I did. I like the fact that it wasn't that awful dress she done in the fitting. It was just super positive, man. Like, they were trusting their intuition. They didn't really have any doubts. Like, this felt like, okay, this is legit wedding day.
Yes.
You know what's going to happen. This is the closest to the real thing in a normal scenario that you're going to get.
Yes.
Definitely.
Would you put it?
Wedding day. Everything.
100%. Everything about it.
Yeah.
Yes. Everything about it.
I'm watching a black couple getting married. That's how it felt. And
definitely.
after her first VT, I was probably crying throughout the whole way. I was so in it. I was so, yeah, from the first.
Yeah.
Well, when she was on the bed talking, I had tears in my eyes.
Not that point. I must admit, I was crying, but not at that point. That point, I was just like, okay.
Jump.
But they definitely gave me real wedding vibes. It was beautiful. I absolutely loved the interactions. It was just, so nice. And so their people are proper people as well. Their circle is what you need on your wedding day.
Yeah, no, definitely. It was a good vibe. I did kind of like see, like his brother didn't disappoint with the hair and the Afro comb. He looked like Afro Man to me. Like that was just like, you know, a statement. The dad was making me laugh. Do you know what I mean? With his crying towel.
Do you want your crying towel?
It was cute and everything. You know, her mom was like super calm. Both their parents have been married over 40 years.
I love that. 42 years they've been married. I absolutely love that.
Love that. It was gorgeous. And you know, I was thinking that whoever it was, the researcher, the production, you know, it's probably a production assistant, whoever it was that put them both in this series is just so happy right now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's a very beautiful thing.
That is so true. That is so true. Because you'd have connect, wouldn't you? You'd be like, these two, if they find each other, they'll probably, I think their backgrounds and them both having their parents together, you would be like, these two, if they did make it, they have a solid foundation because they have inspiration to look up to. They've probably seen their parents go through hell and everything else. So that's why I was taken by them. And
the interaction with the dad, I thought, was that in this part as well with Brett and the dad?
Yeah. So
I absolutely go on, Shadi. Sorry.
Yeah, him asking for the dad's blessing was just like a beautiful moment.
I absolutely love that because he did it. Their convo was great, wasn't it? Because he didn't even need to ask him for his blessing, but just the fact that he took the time and thought, I respect this man already. He's raised a wonderful woman. I want to do this properly. I really appreciated that. It was just absolutely such a wonderful moment. I was like, oh, Brett.
I think that's when I started tearing up too. Like I was just like, oh my God, goodness, I do no wrong. And then he had a
okay, this part I thought was just pure bants.
You think?
I thought it was pure
bants.
Nah, he was getting touchy.
Nah.
We gotta have a curveball, dude.
I know. I hear what you're saying. I do hear what you're saying.
No. Can I tell you what they did? No. Can I tell you?
It's not.
Can I tell you what they did to him? Production were like, there's going to be no drama with these two. I'm saying that they might not have done this, but I imagine because he was like, why are my trousers like this?
Yeah,
they should be tailored, and they were wide. They were some wide ass trousers, So they stitched them up, but that's what they did. They stitched them up because they were like, okay, we're going to give you these trousers. Something's going to happen on your wedding day. Everything else is going to be calm. Let's give you these baggy ass trousers that are actually made for your brother. Let's give you these trousers. And let's see what you do. Sit back and watch.
Brother was funny though. I was like, that sibling thing where your siblings just like, just wear them. And you're going to be like, why are you to try and use me at this moment?
Well, listen,
move from me.
I would have liked to see some of that from Brett beforehand as well and see how he deals with it because she ain't seen that side of him. Because he was just like, absolutely not. I'm not going to settle. I could do this myself. Like, so I was just like, wait.
This should not happen. This is not possible. This should not ever happen. And like, I felt
honestly, I was like, stop me from crying.
I was taking him serious, but I was like you, Auntie Sade. I was like, raw, Tiffany ain't seen this side of this man. God forbid that she doesn't put the plate in the right position when they're having people over for dinner. Like, how is this guy going to react? This should not happen. This is not planned for. Like, I was like, okay.
Did you not find it in a way slightly alluring
Oh, alluring.
There was something in his sternness where I was like, "Go on, Brett." It just.
No, babe.
It gave me control freak vibes, like perfection. We can all be a bit of controlling, wanting things how we want them, but that gave me sleeping with the enemy vibes. That gave me like if she fucks up, she's gonna hear about it.
Oh my God. I need to be a control freak.
Can you imagine if she doesn't iron his trousers or the crease goes the wrong way? Like
myself. I wouldn't mind that from somebody to say I can do it myself. Hats off to you. I was proud of him.
I'm as a person who says that regularly. It doesn't land well with people. That's what I've learned. People don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like it when you go off on one over little details that mean something to you but mean nothing to them. They don't like it.
I second that.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't
as someone who does the same.
Quite a few control freaks. It's not that.
No, I'm not saying it's a control freak, but I'm just saying that behavior.
The only thing I'm holding in on that isn't really a control freak. It is being specific, but a control freak.
Yeah. No, you're right. I'll give you that. But it did make me be like, "Rah, Tiffany ain't seen this side to her man yet."
Yeah. We don't. Yeah. They didn't show that because bro, because then maybe she would have at least one question mark, but she had zero.
Zero.
So
again, she may be like. It'll be interesting actually for the reunion to see her watch that back. To see her respond.
Yeah.
I wonder if it would be similar to how I responded to it. I wonder if she was like, actually, that shows gumption. It shows something in a man that is lacking these days in men. That
I found it interesting that he was wearing white too.
I don't like
off-white.
I don't like white suits.
I really don't like them.
Though, but I thought he wore it well. Like they all looked nice. The only thing I would have changed was his shoes should never be black.
His shoes were disgusting. Auntie Nana,
I don't get it.
When they showed his shoes, I was like, how is he wearing those shoes? I was really surprised.
He designed them.
Maybe.
If he designed,
but I did not like them.
It did, but it doesn't go. They should be like light tan. Like it's just the look that you're going for is like as if you were at a beach or something. And black shoes do not go with that look.
No,
like, it should match.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Tie and all of the accents that were there, and it was just like, why are you wearing?
Yeah,
like
I preferred it. I preferred it when he was in the dressmakers and he had the black trousers on. I was like, you could wear them.
Yeah, no, I agree. I just, I didn't like his looks, to be honest. Not at all, really. Yeah, no. I just like white cream. Nah, it's not.
I didn't like it.
Not my taste at all. But yeah, so Brett, because everything needs to be perfect, runs off to the tailor when they're telling us it's an hour to go.
Right?
Seamstress,
professional opinion, Auntie Nana.
That just made me laugh. I was literally laughing. Just even when she was doing the bottom, like taking up the leg and stuff. And I was like, okay, you could do that. But for how baggy it was and what we saw her doing, it's like, those are not you gave him fresh trousers.
Yeah. Because I was just like, okay, you pinned it all the way down the back, but that's not how you take in a seat. And like, I'm not a seamstress, but I'm pretty sure that's not how you do it.
No, because then he would have had a whole line.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were different trousers.
I was like, oh, come on. Like, at least convince us.
And she's like, I tried my best. I really tried my best.
I was like, you're another Chris.
I tried my best. He's not even a seamstress.
You know what I mean?
Because did we see an actual shot of her sewing, or was it just like shots of the hands on stuff? Interesting.
Oh no, yeah, we did. Did we see her at a machine? I don't think so.
I don't remember seeing her.
Well, it was hands.
Did we see her? It was. I think it was hands. I don't think we saw her at a machine.
Fair.
Just saying.
Marshall,
because she went to the shop.
Marshall also then turns up, which was just forced to me. You know what I mean? Like, Brett says, "Oh, you're a big part of Tiffany's and I's story." I thought that needed to be explained because I didn't see that.
Oh, they explained it before because Marshall, basically, when he met Tiffany in the pod, he came out and he said to Brett, "There's someone I think is for you."
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fair then.
And so Brett was being more mindful to hear Tiffany.
Right.
Yes.
So he was waiting for when he met the Tiffany that Marshall.
Yes.
And then when he met her, I was like, "Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying."
Okay. Well, yeah, I missed that, but I just thought it was forced anyway. And then having him sit at the back by himself as well in the last row was fake. It was just a visual that Marshall is alone.
Yes, they took liberties with that. He didn't need to be. He could have sat with. There were seats free. Like, why are you all the way in the back? You're mocking this man for the shot.
With a brethren, can he come with another woman? Even like, can he just come with somebody else? So dude doesn't look like Billy No Mates when he should have been having his own wedding, even if it was a no. It was just out.
He could have. Yeah, he could have come with his brethren that he took to the dress fitting, the suit fitting. He could have come. Why made this man come on his own? Yeah, they're just mocking him. And then he's breathing hard in the background throughout the whole thing.
Making us know that tent was freezing. Marshall let us all know that there was no heating in there.
Right.
I just didn't. Anyway, yeah, I just thought it was just overkill. Didn't need to be there. Do you know what I mean? If he did, they could have set up nicer for him because you just he's just like, "Oh yeah, I know it's your day, but yeah, I'm sad." It's not about you, Marshall. It's not about
no, right. But then he caught himself because it's like I was thinking, where's he going with this? And then he did catch himself. But I'm here for you. I'm happy for you. I just want you to win or something like that. He said, "It's just like, yeah."
I just wanted him to be there with another chick. Like,
that would have a hot chick as well. He should have had the hottest chick on his arm at the wedding. That's what he should have had. Like a chick that makes you look at yourself and say, "Damn!" That's what he should have had. I know, Auntie Sade, but one can dream. Your face says it all.
I don't want to continuously be played like how he's played. Like it's like just let him have a little bit of swag. There's a nice girl.
Yes. Do you know what Marshall needs? Marshall needs a girl that looks like. Okay, you see like how Bliss looks, yeah, but how she is. Her face doesn't match the personality, right? Because Marshall needs a girl like that who looks the way that he wants her to look, but acts the way that he. Yes.
Yeah, I get you.
He needs a girl like that.
Yeah.
Look at Auntie Sade. She's like,
I think he was mess up.
Hopefully he'll find one, you know.
Oh, bless him.
So as Bliss is coming down the aisle, she has a very beautiful. Before that, actually, she has a very beautiful interaction with her dad. Do you know what I mean? Like it was just very, very sweet.
No, we haven't finished with Tiffany and Brett.
Sorry, I meant Tiffany. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
You
mix them up. Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
you do.
Sorry, Tiffany. So yeah, she had a really nice interaction with her dad.
Yeah.
She's coming down the aisle, and Brett, he starts crying.
Love it.
Crying. He's like, "You look beautiful." This is what we need, guys. Like, this is
yes.
That's the perfect reaction.
The way he looked at her, that look, that's what you want in it. Your man, when you're coming down the aisle, to look at you and have that reaction. It was just, mwah, chef's kiss. Loved it.
Beautiful. And, he was like, when he handed her over, he was like, "Take care of my baby." I was just at this point, the tears are just going now. Just going. Actually, pause. Pause. You cannot tell me, and I really forgot to prepare pictures, but you cannot tell me that Tiffany is not a combination of Quinta and Beyonce. She is their two faces combined. Sorry, like Quinta,
yes, I do know who you mean, and I see it. Oh my God. I see it,
especially when she was at the altar and then she turned around on this face. I'm just like, you're basically both of these people.
I see it. I see it. Yeah.
I see what you're saying. But you know what? When she was lying on the bed, she laughed at something, and I actually saw Farah.
Oh.
I need to take a still of it, and you have a picture that is quite similar, and I meant to actually do the pictures together and put it in our group.
Yeah, the mad thing is, I think she laughed, and I was not that she looked like me, but her laugh, something about her laugh reminded me of me. Not that she looked like me, it was just the laugh.
Semblance. I hadn't noticed it before, and I was like, oh my god, wow, that's uncanny. But I see.
Oh my god, I'm gonna find my Brett! Yay!
Serious.
Into Love Is Blind UK, you never know.
You don't know I'm never going on the show unless it's in the studio that I work at and I happen to go on set. That's it.
So yeah, the ceremony itself was lovely. You could hear the thunder rumble in the background, and it was just light and funny. Her vows were cute. She lost her wedding, but it was cute. I was literally like, this is a cry fest. His vows were cute as well. I just thought the energy in the room was just electric, and yeah.
And did you see how much people they had as well? I really liked that all their people showed up and showed up for them. It was really lovely.
I was literally watching, like, I would love to be at this wedding. You know, it's going to be afterwards. Yeah. Like, this is going to be so much fun. That really was a real wedding.
It was. Yeah.
The production to their wedding, basically. But they really got married. Like,
they did.
They really did.
Tiffany's mum and dad as well, their moment watching their daughter get married. It was just beautiful. It just had me. I was like, they're my favorites. Oh my God, I love them. Oh. Yeah. It was just great.
And when even Tiffany was like, okay, let's just go to the room because we're going to get it on.
Right? I was like, yeah, girl. let's make this legal all the way around.
Should we get some comments before we go?
When they finish, what I would have loved. No, this is like production, but I really wanted, like, maybe one of her girls to bring out a broom so that they could jump over it. I was like, really? That would just.
I thought
perfectly.
I can't lie. When they said something about their family, I literally thought, and when he was saying at the end, husband and wife, I thought they were going to jump the broom. I did. I can't lie. I was kind of waiting for that part, and it didn't happen.
It seemed like it would have just worked so perfectly for like an African American wedding to just.
Oh yeah.
In. Like, I was really like, I wish.
I did. Yeah, I did think they were going to do that.
But yes, I will get some comments.
Do you want to get some comments?
Okay, one second. Let me scroll back up. All right, so Nahanda says Brett and Tiffany, their family, and Brett's whole family and friendship circle give me life. Helen says I couldn't take him serious. That was when he was vexed. Nor could I. Says that's probably how he is at work in the boardroom and they put the night tick on the wrong way.
Right.
Definitely.
Nahanda says Brett was well within his rights to have his moment. Does it look like this man doesn't take his style seriously? And like he said, it's his day as well. Angela's Utopia says he only knows about trainers. He doesn't know about dress shoes. And Nahanda says, I agree with Nana. He is not a control freak, and there is definitely something commanding about him holding his space in that way. I totally understand. And Nahanda goes on to say, also remember, Brett is a creative. Most creative would sympathize with him and see where he is coming from. And then goes on to say, Marshall's presence totally made sense. They seem to have a genuine friendship. They should have let him come with someone. They did him wrong. And
they did him wrong.
Joy to watch. It was.
It was. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But then at the same time, you know, like when you said about the boardroom, like I can't lie. But I can't lie. There's elements of it that I know that I could be like that. I know because when incompetence really frustrates me. So it makes me very, very mad. So I get it. And it is his wedding day too. But he definitely was letting everyone know. This is my wedding day too.
Hilda says, but imagine having pictures with those wide trousers for life.
That's why I got it. When I saw the actual trousers, I was like, okay, fair.
Steve Harvey, mate. He would look like Steve Harvey.
Yeah, he would have.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So Bliss and Zach, it's their wedding now. So it kind of opens with Zach talking about the spirit animal stuff of being an owl and the song again. Like,
same words.
Literally again. You know, and he talks about, I think one of them asks him about the family and stuff. He talks about the mum saying she's a saint and saying like, then he talks about the dad, but he wasn't fully truthful with.
Do you know why? Because he knows the dad's gonna watch this.
Seriously,
it's true. Because he downplayed that like some trooper. Like I was like,
that was interesting. And then he had the cufflink initial of her, like a B for Bliss, which was just, I thought that was very, very, very sweet. That was very sweet. I can't lie, I did zone out a couple of a few things here. Do you know what I mean? Because it was a very long episode and stuff.
Same.
What did stand out to me was that her dress is absolutely awful. Just stunningly awful. Just really, really, really bad. Like
stunningly awful.
It was. I thought it looked worse. I was made a note of. I thought it was bad when she tried it on, but obviously, her hair ain't done. Blah, 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 but now she's done. I was like, it looks worse. Like you literally look ridiculous.
Yeah.
About it, nothing about it looked good, and their reaction was a piss take. Her family,
look shit. My 9-year-old watched it and was like, "Ew, what is that dress? It's awful. Her sleeves, what's happening? The ruffles are awful. Like it's just disgusting." I was like, "Yeah, it is." But nah, that dress. I don't understand what she was thinking.
I don't get it. I just don't get it. I just don't know where that comes from. Like, apart from the 80s, where does that come from?
Like, but the sleeves, but it's not even, but it's not, like those dresses where it's all in one. Like, oh, mate, you're a liberty taker. But like those dresses where the sleeves are joined. They're actually joined to the dress. Yeah. These sleeves look like they're an afterthought. Like you put them on like arm warmers. They look like arm warmers. They come on afterwards. I just don't understand. And it's the cut. I feel like Zach. Everything just. I feel like Zach looked at her like, "What are you wearing?"
Honestly, I really just thought like maybe she drew a picture when she was a kid and she was just like, "I'm having this," and then 30 odd years later, she's just like, "This is what I want.
I'm having this." Yeah.
I tell you, medieval style.
Like, wench.
Like
maiden.
No, maybe it could have been queens. Like I think it's like the 1400s, and those puff sleeves were really in.
Yeah, but they had like bustier type, and it could be like and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like
maybe she saw that as a kid and just thought, I've always wanted to recreate that.
But it's not queens. Like it's giving me medieval. I see the medieval, but it's giving me medieval wench. The people that are in, like that's what it's giving me. Like it's just, it's so weird.
It's giving me Cinderella in the 80s. That's what it's giving me. Like
it was
big
awful.
Puffballs, like thingy, and then just like, oh, okay, actually, let's like do a fishtail. No, let's not. Let's do this. Do you know what I mean?
Let's put some sparkles on it. Let's put a slit in the boob. Let's put some underlay under it. Let's have lace. Let's throw everything at this dress,
bro. Like no. Just no. It just like, what was the purpose? It's just such a weird. But okay, yeah.
what was the reason?
Like, everyone's hair looked a bit done themselves, although there was somebody faffing about with their hair. But it felt like for wedding hair, everybody's hair, other than maybe Chelsea, had the most work done on her hair, but everybody else's hair really looked a bit. Got the tongue out, straightened it, and there you go, down the aisle. Not really wedding hair. I think they've had better in previous seasons.
Maybe timing, and also they're outside. Like, so whatever you done, because Tiffany's hair was, even when she was inside, it didn't look good.
It's like the girl, have you finished her hair? And she was like, I'm ready. And I'm totally thinking, is this what they're doing with your hair?
Where's the spritz, girl? You need to hold them.
Yeah.
But yeah, but Bliss, no. Both of her parents walked her down the aisle, which was interesting. But the conversation
very
dad was funny. Like, do you know what I mean? He was just like, hopefully he can keep up with you, but I'm not sure that he can. Remember,
don't settle. Ever.
Everything to offer and never settle no matter what.
but can I tell you what's funny about that as well? The dad's saying this shit and the mum is like, just look at me. Yeah. Like, ignore him. Just look at me. Seriously. I love you. You know, like the dad is a joker.
He needs his own show.
He would have just walked down the aisle by herself. I was just seeing the dysfunction, like, okay, this is why you two are divorced. It was like, he said, I love you. She went, I love you, Dad. And then the mum was like, I love you. And she was like, love you. Really like,
yeah.
Divorce kid. It was, divorce.
Definitely.
Divorce for sure.
Like, mum was like, I'll pick you up too. I'm walking you down the aisle. Like, you know,
the mum didn't need to do that. That was just, I obviously I don't know the reasons why that was significant. You know what I mean? But it did seem a little bit overkill, to be honest.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Maybe she didn't want to be alone with her dad giving her them comments. Maybe she needed the mum.
Oh, maybe she didn't. It's true. But then when the officiary was like, "Oh, who presents?" The dad's like, "I do," and the mum was like, "We do."
Yes, I caught that.
Like the dysfunction. Serious. When Zach was there, he looked so scared to me. I really wasn't sure which way it was gonna go. And like when his grandma commented, like, he looked scared. Like, do you know what I mean? He did look very scared. The dress was so bad. They got married, you know? They said I do. I mean, Zach repeated himself. He said he did the speech and then he redid half of the speech again.
Yeah.
It was just like, he did. He like repeated. It was like, you said that, bro. Like, you know, like the thing that you guys keep saying that he's just rehearsing, going out, regurgitating the same lines. He literally did that in the wedding. It was like, I knew when I left you. I knew I loved you when I left you.
Their vows were dry. Like, literally, I was like, their wedding was dry. Like,
it was.
Yeah. But I didn't think they were going to get married. That was probably the biggest shocker for me. I didn't.
Oh, really?
I didn't think they were going to get married.
What I said yesterday.
There was no way she was saying no.
Yeah, I knew she would say yes. Yeah, for sure.
You know, her face when she got there, I was like, is she going to say yeah? And I was
serious.
I was surprised that he said yes. I was like, right, you even sure about this? But then she looked like she may say no. And so when they actually got married, I was like, "Wow, these two actually really made it." Like, I mean, there was a
nanosecond before she said yes that I thought maybe what she's doing is using this as an opportunity to humiliate him, to be like, "No, you left me in the pods." No, I did think there was a that pause and how she looked, and she went, "Well," I thought maybe she's gonna say no. Maybe she's going to say, you should have picked me the first time. And about you telling me you knew when I left, well, I'm leaving you now. I thought maybe it was going to be something like that. She wants to be married.
She does.
She's definitely like a valley like girl for sure. Like she definitely takes on that persona as well. Because that was just like, I was just like, where's this going? Like, do you know what I mean? Just getting to the point. And I was a bit like, that was Like, do you know what I mean? It wasn't.
Just get on with it.
Just get on with it. Answer and go.
I didn't like it. I didn't like that. But yeah, they're married. So we got 3 couples, right? So
3 out of 4 ain't bad, isn't it? Well, 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5.
Oh, yeah. 3 out of 5.
Brittany and Zach and Bliss. We see from Paul again. You know, he starts asking, you know, was love enough? Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I loved her, but wasn't love enough. He says that he's learned to be grateful for what they have. He doesn't know what the future holds. Micah, just I don't even know what she was saying. She was just upset. Like she was just really, really upset. Like seemed genuinely upset. Didn't want to. She seemed real sober. Like, do you know what I mean? Yes. Usually we see her do
the most sober.
She's giggly, she's laughing. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. She was, mate. She was. I don't think she was ready for that at all. And then we see like Bliss and Zach have their first dance to the song, so they paid that off. There was a nice moment. You know, Brett and Tiffany doing a complete nana and doing the thumbs.
Oh my God, Sade, when she did it, the words that came out of my mouth were, "There's Nana." I actually said, "There's Nana."
It was so cheesy. Oh my God. And yeah, it seemed like, you know, Brett and Tiff, their wedding, it was a nice wedding. They had lots of fun. And Kwame and Chelsea, did we see them have their first dance? We saw them,
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
like, their wedding didn't look vibesy at all.
Their wedding looked a bit empty.
Yeah, it was small.
Yeah. It's just Chelsea's family, isn't it, really? And his
brother and sister. Yeah.
And the stand-in actors that they've hired for the day.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's out of order here, because why does I still don't get Marshall's got special treatment, mate. Like,
but did you not see Amber?
Where was Amber?
Did you not see Amber at Bliss's wedding?
No.
Yes. Amber was in the back at Bliss's wedding. I didn't see her in the when they were actually getting married. I saw her when they were having their first dance.
Oh, good spot.
Yeah.
Oh, good spot.
Yeah, Amber was there.
Oh, they probably cut that then, because they would have had an interaction or something.
Yeah, a little bit of something. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, because they were brethrens too. Yeah.
Yeah, Amber was there.
And then Chelsea and Kwame's would have been his brethren James.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
Maybe they invited one. They said to each of them, "You can pick one person from. Pick wisely."
MICAH'S though, I don't remember seeing anybody.
No, they just wanted the drama from her brethren. That was it.
Imagine having friends like that.
Oh my God, awful. What was interesting as well about Paul's VT to his piece of camera was just how cold he became. Very logical again, didn't he? Like, and super cold. It's like I was expecting that he might be like, let's see where it goes. I just think that we're not ready yet. But he was very much like, no, I'm done with this now. Like, I feel like I'm happy for what the experiences that we had. But he was like saying so many things like, I didn't see her as maternal. Like, I can't see myself marrying her in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 years, wherever it might be. Like, it was just like, wow, where's this come from?
That was literally like, I actually don't like this girl. Like, it just... Like, I actually don't like her. Very strange.
It was there's definitely missing bits, right? Do you know what I mean? And that was giving me like I can't lie, it was giving me Spectrum vibes. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, adding it all up, I was just like, okay, it was almost like what we saw previously was a very, very, very edited version of who you are. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I think when he was with his family in that setting, that's more him. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not who he is actually, and that's his personality that we wasn't able to see before, which gives that, you know, very cold, very logical, very and then you saw it again at the altar, and then saw it again at the end. Like, do you know what I mean? So I was just like, okay, like that.
No, you're right, because his family, and he even said that I think someone in the family was like, I'm surprised to see how you're just like kind of like letting yourself go into this, because that's not you. And he kind of commented on that as well. And then he was kind of thinking about, well, is this because I want to be this way, or is it because of her? Like, he just got very logical, didn't he? But I think that when she watches that back, she's going to be surprised by some of the things he said. It wasn't very nice.
It wasn't at all. Like, that's I think that's awful. Like, even if you think that, like not like just you don't. There's no need to put on camera. Like,
and the mum, Micah's mum, did you hear when she said to her, "He stopped you from meeting somebody else"?
Yeah.
And that's what I thought. I thought when the mum said that, I thought that I bet Micah in her head thought I could have married Kwame.
Yeah,
but she doesn't want, even though she doesn't want him. But it was just like he did stop her from meeting someone else.
Yeah,
I don't think her family are. I know it's very presumptuous, but just by like the sheer lack of like,
they don't want those people around,
or black people in your circle. Like,
yeah.
Do you know?
No, they would not accept it.
Yeah,
Shelby would have taken on a whole different type of meanness if that man, like,
absolutely,
that ain't happening.
Whilst trying to sleep with him to prove her point that he's no good for her.
She's that chick though. Like,
I'm telling you, I slept with him for you. I did it for you to show you that he's no good for you. She's that chick.
Oh God,
terrible.
She's an awful, awful friend.
Yeah, I don't even know if you could call her a friend. That's the thing. But I don't know, man. It's horrible. It's actually horrible.
I want to see Micah speak on that though. I really want that to be a question, hopefully, that they flip.
I hope so.
What's that?
With your brethren. Like, I want them to ask Micah about Shelby.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What you've seen, the public reaction.
Yeah.
How was your friendship with Shelby? Like,
just ask.
Yeah. I think Shelby could have her own show as well. I would hate that. And
Saving Shelby.
Yeah.
Surviving Shelby.
Yeah,
surviving Shelby.
Yes. I think Bliss's dad also could have his own show. I think he's brilliant.
His dad?
Bliss's dad.
Oh my God. Yes. Yeah. I'd watch that. I would watch that.
Serious.
Yeah.
Wait,
sorry. I remembered when Bliss's dad was walking her down the aisle and he's like, just smile. Just smile.
He was like he was coaching himself as well. So funny.
The mind that I'm a part of. Gilda says Micah and Paul did not need Irina there. She would have run off with the groom.
Yeah.
Mate.
Napped him.
Yeah.
That would have been their person though, innit? It would have been Irina. Would have been.
Yeah, it would have been.
Yeah. Yeah. Jeez. So, guys, do you think? So, what do we believe? I know we got the reunion on Monday, but like, we've gone through every single episode. We've dissected. We've gone through things scene by scene. Do you think that love is blind?
I think it can be. Because I believe in Brittany. I do. Yeah. I think they're going to discover the real. They're going to have ups and downs, but that's a marriage, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I believe in them, like that black love, that black joy that I got. Yeah, I think it's real. They're both they both want the same things. They both love and respect each other. I think that's real. Yeah. So I think, and they said it. Well, Brett said it himself that they would never have been in the same circles at all, and that's sad. It
is actually,
but isn't that's real, isn't it? Because. You just don't know who is around you and you may never ever meet them. So in their instance, yes. Although they look so compatible. Now, it looks different. I don't know if their love that they had in the pod would have carried on.
Yes.
Maybe in that regards, Bliss and Zach, if they really are in love, is probably more a symbol of love being blind. I don't know.
But you are even saying if they are really in love.
If they are, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know if they really are in love or they just both really want to be married. Because even he said something about I want to be married. It was they're both giving me vibes of they've made a list of things that they need to accomplish by a certain time, and this is what they need to accomplish by this time.
Yeah.
And he kind of matches. I'm going to go with that. They're giving me those vibes. Whereas Brett and Tiff, they love each other. You can see like they feel like this is my soulmate. It's going to be very interesting to see them.
Yeah.
Why does Zach keep on saying that Romeo and Juliet line?
Because he knows it's going to fall apart.
I don't know. It was so unnecessary. It was just like, is this nervous talk? Like, why are you saying this on your wedding day? It just didn't make.
Yeah.
Just throwing it, or maybe the producers or someone's there just like, okay, it's too positive. You need to say something to throw the audience off or something. I don't know. It was just long. I think yes. I'm gonna go yes, but I think the percentage is low. But I'm gonna go yes. Do you know what I mean?
think I agree with you. Like 30%.
Less.
Chelsea and Kwame, would you say their connection is through love being blind? Okay.
I don't believe them. That's the thing. Like, I don't believe Kwame. I know he's gone through with it, but I just don't believe him at all.
Yeah,
that, you know, unfortunately, there might be a whole different side, but if we're looking at this show and this show only, what they show us, no, bro. Your body language, what you were saying, like, do you know what I mean? Like, you made everything into like an issue, and they made Chelsea look like a really controlling, you know, kind of like forced
bunny boiler.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, so I can't see how that is working, because he's basing his love for Chelsea on the fact that she loves him. So like, when she gets
absolutely
how are you going to still love her? Like, do you know what I mean?
When she wants things just for herself, when she puts herself for, because there were times when she was expressing things that she desires, and that's when he had an issue with it, isn't it? You know, I want to have children soon.
Yeah,
we just need to do us, or I need to live here, but I love my path that I run on.
Where I can run with my top off. Crazy dude. Yeah. And also I think she absolutely fetishizes black men.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Same. I think so.
Like blindness, because it was his physique, his stature, his color that all helped her develop this crazy love that she's in.
The perfect man. He's almost like, you know how they get you know, historians over, is it David or the statue? You know what I mean? Like, that's what she's doing. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just like, nah, bro. Like, it's not even.
Yeah.
No,
it's not even. But we discussed that already. We said what the reason. What is the reason? We said why.
Because she thinks he is beautiful.
She thinks he's the best thing since sliced bread. Right. You know, he's the most talented. He's the most handsome. What did she say about when they first had sex? What did she say again?
Ruined, wasn't it?
He destroyed me.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, interesting.
I mean, like, you know what? If that's what you want, okay, good for you. Do you know what I mean? But it seems so. I don't know. For obviously, people are multifaceted, but for someone who's on this peace and love vibe to want to be destroyed, do you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't seem like a alignment. Where is the the tenderness, the sensualness, do you know what I mean? Like the meeting of souls, like in that destroyed, bruv. Are you all right? Like,
it's the words that she's using, definitely.
Yeah. But and she's good with words, so you chose that on purpose.
Yes.
So
she did, just like she chose their erotic shoot for their engagement.
And just remember, like, when they first all met up, she was the first one to go in with "We've had sex."
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And always wanted to know what everyone else was up to.
Yeah. Like, it's those things where it's like, oh, I don't know. Like, overall, I do like her. Like, actually, as a character, I was like, Chelsea was all right. Out of the two of them, I prefer Chelsea over Kwame, but sometimes I was like, cousin Kwame needs to run, and he did. What?
Yeah, same.
I think Chelsea has the capability to learn, right? So I feel like if like she watches this and someone gave her feedback, she'll be like, okay, yeah, I can see how you got there.
She'd be open to it, wouldn't she?
I need to work on myself. I feel like she will be open. I don't think that she would be super closed. Whereas there's some fundamental things that I just can't get on board. I just can't get on board at all. And I know that Chelsea was acting like a white male in this scenario.
I love when you said that. It was great. So good.
I really need to note down these TikTokers. They come up with these theories. It's brilliant.
But it's so good.
But yeah, I can't with him. I really can't with Kwame at all.
I just don't believe him. And as you said, you summed it up beautifully when you said that it's just because she loves him so much. I don't see anything else. There's nothing else that he's giving me that he gets from her other than the valid. And even when he was in the pod, let's not forget when he was talking to Micah about Chelsea, it was because she validates him so much.
Yeah.
Yes.
They should have been together because they would have validated each other, Kwame and Jason and what's her face, Micah. Because that's what you're both seeking. You're seeking that mad validation, aren't you?
She would never give him that. She is not that.
Yeah.
Why she's seeking it? It's literally
that's true.
He would have eventually have been like, she's horrible. Like how it took him all a little while to get that what Irina was doing. It would have taken a while. He probably would have been around Shelby and been like, oh shit. Like it would have dawned on him.
Eventually. I think he's kind of too smart for as well. Do you know what I mean? Like I think he would have he would be schooling her.
He would have seen her true colours quite soon, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
And Shelby would have put it on him. I could definitely see Shelby putting it on him.
You're committed to that.
I'm telling you, like I can actually see the scene of her putting it on Kwame. I can see it. I can picture the scene. Like they're all out to dinner. She sat next to him. She puts her hand on his leg, and that's that. I can see her doing it. While she's talking to Micah, saying, "Oh yeah, you two are so great."
Oh my god!
I can see her doing it. She's that chick.
It's a rage. I'll just be.
Who says while your friend is pouring her heart out, I should have been more drunk for this? Who says that?
That's out of order.
Who says when your friend gets dumped, this is exactly how I wanted it to go?
What was you saying?
Oh, no, I want to find her socials. I just want to see if she's...
Please.
Yeah, if she's... it might take me a little while, but yeah.
No, but yeah, you two are good at that deep dive. Do it. Find it. Because I want to know if she's getting any heat.
I'm sure she is.
Yeah.
You know who's getting maximum heat? Jacqueline.
Yeah, she is.
Oh my god, the hate that she's getting, and she's sharing like the hate that she's getting. But there was one message where it's literally like, when you get to the reunion, I'm gonna be there and I'm gonna beat you up and I'm gonna put you in hospital.
Wow.
Gross. Like the person's gone in, like you deserve it. You're not gonna leave the reunion. You're going to go straight to the ICU. And
what?
Up like this is so disgusting. This is what I'm getting in my inbox at this moment in time. And then she's put up all of the replies of people being like, yeah, you deserve it. Do you want us to care? You deserve this. Like just a whole load of people just coming.
No, I can't lie. The one day that I read her was reading the comments on her socials and she was kind of responded to some of them. I was like, she needs to just cut off the comments and stop responding to stuff because it's vile. People need to get a life. Like they're really coming for her. Like that's their brother. How can you tell someone you're going to put them in ICU? What for Marshall? That a person you don't know who has nothing to do with you, who's actually all right. Like what's your it's TV. Come on, calm down, little piece, yeah?
It's mad how people get. I was really
it is.
Come on, you're really coming for this girl, like she is this girl. But you're on her page following her and literally just trying to get her to do something. Like,
that's the part that I don't like. I think you've said it before, Auntie Shawty. Like if you don't like it, switch off in it. Why are you following it? Scroll somewhere else. If it's bothering you so much, go somewhere else. You don't need to look at it.
Long essays though, like threatening her in essay form of all of the different things you're going to do to her. It's like this is mad.
This is why people need to get there needs to be repercussions for the online hate that people give. Seriously, you should be able to get someone up in court for that shit.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Not right.
Especially the first one that she showed, because that was full on threatening And also saying you guys are so stupid, you can figure out where you live from your past pictures. Like all of it, I was like, actually, this needs to go to the police, because this could be
scary.
Where you've gone through and you know where my location is, you know where the reunion is, you're saying you're going to be there. Like, yeah, you need to be arrested.
Wow. Yeah, she does. Or he or she, that person needs to be arrested. It's not okay to be able to do that. No, that's not okay.
How about I find out who you are, bro, and come to you?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know hold on, and they're messing with Jacqueline. Does she not look like she can go?
Jeez.
She turned up at their house with a baseball bat. What did you say? You say something?
I think now also as well, if we're talking about villains, Shelby for me is number one now. And yeah, like I think she's taken over.
She takes the crown. She takes the crown. Absolutely takes the crown. Because this is the way that I want it to go.
Jacqueline can say that she was doing it for love.
Yeah.
She's young. I can give her that.
Yeah, like, and if you're not feeling someone, you're not feeling them, innit? Like as much as I think that the way that she did it was cold, but Shelby, nah, you're pretending to be this girl's friend, and you're saying the most disgusting things while she's going through pain. Who does that?
He does, honestly. Foul. It's actually foul. Things like that will make me think. Why do you need friends? Seriously,
you can't have. Micah can't have that girl. There's no amount of apologizing that she can do that you can ever trust this person in your circle again. Ever. These are the type of people that you need to lock off, and that you need to lock them off for good.
Yeah.
I think I found her, and I can't see anything. Micah. She's lost a hell of a lot of weight if this is the same person. Yeah. I think.
Oh.
Oh my God, I can't tell. You know, sometimes like blonde women, they all kind of look the same.
No.
Like, once you got that look, it's like, I can't tell.
No.
I don't say that anymore, babe.
No.
I think that's a...
No.
That's a racism.
you know,
she done a racism.
You done a prejudice.
She done a prejudice.
No, she has 3 friends that all look the same. They all look the same. I don't think it's her though, so I'm gonna keep on looking.
Okay.
Yeah, just disgusting display of inhumanity. She's just awful.
Mate, hey, Life of Budge. It's been a while.
He says, "Seen women move like that around each other." Yes.
Yeah.
We are going to discuss it on a main pod one day.
We are.
It does happen. It does happen.
Very often.
It's sad though, isn't it?
It's so sad. Because she's probably fucked up differently in her own head, and she's just projecting. It's just, I don't get it.
The thing is, you'll never really know, because like we're in a world where everyone has their side of events, right? So it's just like you said, like for real, like say if Michael done something like super unforgivable, do you know what I mean? And Shelby is just like, okay, this is my moment to catch you back.
She's giving me that. She is really giving me those vibes. Like, I'm not really your friend. I'm just going to be here and watch your downfall and help it along the way and laugh when it happens.
Yeah.
This is exactly how I wanted it to go.
That was horrible.
You know what? I really wish. You know what I was thinking? Okay, 2 things. Like if the producers had edited that out of context, that's terrible. Yeah,
that is
really bad if they've done that. And then I was thinking maybe she means in terms of them not getting married, but then I was just like, no, you could have said it in a different way. Like like just seriously, you meant for him to say no. That's the thing, and that's why all say again.
Sorry,
that way round is still horrible. Even if it's all over, and you're like, oh, I'm glad it's all over. That's still really horrible. When
no, it is. But
it's all horrible. Yeah, but I'm with you, Auntie Sade. Like there was part of me that thought that, but it can't be. You cannot take that in any other way.
No,
this is the way that I wanted it to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that.
That's what I resonate with.
Because she could have expanded on it. It's just that this is exactly how I wanted it to go. Wow, that's evil. That is evil, man.
I can't find it, so maybe it's closed. Don't know. I'll have to dig more, but yeah.
That chick like that, she probably isn't on Instagram. She's probably just on Facebook.
Could be. I don't know. I was looking for anything, even Twitter. But Life of Bodge says, to be fair, I laughed at my flatmate at uni when he got dumped and tried to cry his eyes. Tried to cry his eyes out in my arms. I wanted to tell him to stand up and be a man. Maybe. Life of Bodge, you know you're toxic. You know
that's sad. How can you be laughing at him as he's pouring his heart out? Oh,
I mean, I get it.
While he's doing the Kwame.
If you was in the house in the pods and you was there when Kwame was bawling like that.
No, I'm cussing him. I am.
Who me?
Yeah. In male form, because obviously there was men that was with him. Bawling like that.
You know what? To be fair, no, because actually, if someone's upset, I'm gonna take that upset. I'm gonna deal with that. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm a softie in that sense. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I would want them to.
I think.
Do you know what I mean?
I'd want him to heal, but I think I would also say to him, "This is for the best." You know, you need to understand that this has happened for a good reason.
Mm-hmm.
You know, shake it off. Like, because it's not that I don't want men to show their emotions. I do, because I think that it's important for them not to hold everything inside. But his reaction was just so much. It was a lot.
Come on, you're bawling.
But if you feel
but you know what? In hindsight, he was. In hindsight, though, like if you think about it, he went in that day to propose, and it's almost like he was saying it. That's why she joked later in her bitch mode about failed proposal, because he did. He went in to propose. Yeah. It was almost as bad as watching the Amber and Paul thing as well, because Amber was like, "Oh yeah, I'm here. Oh yeah, I got
caught unawares."
Yeah, so I suppose, and because she had been validating him this whole time, I do kind of get it. I'm lying to say that I'd cuss him. I wouldn't cuss him, but it was a lot. His reaction was a lot.
I think I would like to think I would. You know what? One thing I wouldn't be able to stand is wallowing in it, though. Do you know what I mean? Because it's just like, okay, you kind of get 24 hours with me. Do you know what I mean? 24 hours, and then we're going on a solution plan on how we're going to fix it. How we're going to get through this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but you can't do like wallowing, crying, like, do you know what I mean? Self-pity for longer than that. I'm just.
And do you remember when it was like it was almost like he tried to not work break, but when Paul came out and Paul was all happy. It's like he really didn't get the reaction from Paul that he wanted.
Yeah. No. Well, this is what I'm saying. Paul didn't read that.
Yeah. Paul did, that's what I mean. Paul did not read the room at all. At all.
Swigging.
Yeah.
The villain of the story.
And Kwame's like, yeah. Like saying stuff without actually saying stuff.
When Kwame finds out, well, obviously he knows now. He's punching it. Damn.
Damn you, Paul.
Chelsea's gonna be scared. Like,
yes. Chelsea's gonna be looking in his eyes, feeding him strawberries, saying, "We're okay, aren't we? We're okay. We're really okay."
Yeah.
How do you feel? What's going on in your head?
Yeah.
Laura says the intensity of his feelings didn't seem to match what we saw, but maybe this is the first time he's felt so deeply for somebody because of the experiment and how intense it is. And Kwame's also obviously got work to do on his self-esteem.
100%.
Yes. Oh, that is a great summation. Yeah, absolutely. He does.
Life of Bodge says, Jarrett from season 2 was crying like a Ghanaian professional funeral mourn.
Oh my God.
I do remember when Jarrett
You
was
are right.
My God.
Jarrett, he was cut up and then went on to the next.
Oh dear.
You know what? These fuckeries dudes, like Jarrett was in bits and then seemed to just be like, okay, so now it's
that's what they do though. Yeah.
How long did they last? Was they 2 years? I think their marriage lasted.
Yeah, something like that. And then they weren't even living together anymore. It kind of, it deteriorated.
I can't wait for the reunion.
Yeah, I think they actually lived together for just over a year from one of the that I saw her do. But she seemed genuinely heartbroken over their divorce. Him, not so much, but you know,
he wants a different life. Like she's like a homebody. He's not. Like it was, do you know what I mean? And he just couldn't get it together, like coming home at all times and night and stuff and things like that.
Yeah, they went on the same path, were they?
No, he don't want to change his life.
No, he wants to be single. He wants to be single. Yeah. I remember that thinking, but why did you do this then? Yeah.
I'm saying, could you imagine changing your name, like legal papers and everything, for you to just be messing around? Oh, mate, the rage.
She moved. I swear, like she moved as well. She did a lot for him. Like it was out of order. Like he just should have said no. She's a lovely girl and everything, but he just should have said no. He went along with it and then broke her heart anyway.
It's horrible. I don't think she was insecure.
No, she wasn't. Life of Bodge says his wife was insecure and she didn't have her life together. She wasn't insecure more than most people. He had his life together. He was like a playboy.
He was wanting to be single. He wanted to keep the same lifestyle, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like go out just go out and not tell her. He was being a proper little fuckboy, and she absolutely did not deserve that. She was actually
she was second best. This is why you should never accept second best. Honestly, if there's one thing you can learn from Love is Blind, if you don't believe in the love, you can honestly just take away. Never settle for being second. Never settle. As Bliss' dad said. Never settle.
Let's see if we see this same second best scenarios play out. But
so who's second best at the moment? Kwame and the two. Funny enough, the two relationships we don't really believe in.
Right. Exactly.
Like Bosch says, we're all second best.
No, bro.
No, how?
See, AK said this, and I was
no, but it wasn't. I just don't. No, I don't. What's the word that you? Auntie Sade said stuff like, "You've got a way of phrasing stuff when you don't. I don't subscribe to that. That's it. I don't subscribe to that."
Explain it. Because I don't think it's the same as generally meeting somebody. Obviously, they're gonna have had relationships, and so both people have been in relationships. But when you meet, you're meeting and you're now choosing each other. That's not
yeah. That's the
not
thing.
really the same.
I think it's like the confusion of like, okay, say if you was in a relationship and then you meet someone else, if that relationship is dying, that doesn't mean you're second best. You're just a new first. Do you know what I mean? You literally have to be in a scenario where someone is dating multiple people and they can't choose between you and the other person. Do you know what I mean? And then they don't choose you. And then that doesn't work out. And then they come and choose you.
And then they choose you.
That's his second best.
That's second best.
I went for number one. She may have been like, oh, let's give it a try. And then she told me, no, you know what? Actually, I'm not compatible with you. And then you went to your second option.
Yeah.
Yes.
All over you. And then you was like, you know what? She loves me. That's great. I'm going to go with her. Second best.
Yes. That's second best. All the way.
And some people are third because even that second one then says, and then the third one that was there.
Some people are fourth. Bless them.
They're always hanging in the wings. Still person, still cooking for them.
Yeah.
And then eventually it comes to your turn.
Yeah. And the thing is,
there's people out there that wait for that shit, you know.
Most people don't know that. Do you know what I mean? So I don't hold that against you. If you don't know, you don't know. Do you know what I mean? Because people get played all the time. But if you're aware, like in this scenario, they are aware. They're aware. Fuck that shit. Not me. No, not me.
They're aware in 4K.
Online forever.
You got to take Maldives or something. Like you went on Mexico when we could have gone to Mexico for our honeymoon type vacation.
But look, Bliss said that to Zach. You owe me a holiday, and we're never going to Mexico.
Maldives, you got to take me far. Like we got to go to Santorini or something. We're leaving America and we're going far. Like we got like, not just next door Mexico. We got to go.
Yeah.
Get that lawyer money out. Yeah, that lawyer checkbook.
Yeah,
she's probably got a bit of money as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Laura says, I don't know how they settle. How can you be okay with being second? I'd be insecure for the rest of my life.
All the time. Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. He was even saying it in the vows that he said to her, innit? Like, Zach, even at that moment, you're talking about when I left, when you went. When I finished, when I dumped you, that's when I knew. But I still went to Mexico with the next chick who I proposed to and had the ring on her finger. I still went through with all of that. But every night when I lay down, I thought about you. No, you didn't. When you were trying it with Irina, you weren't thinking about Bliss.
No.
You tried to kiss her a few times. She just kept
right. Because Irina had the ick.
On my wedding day. On my wedding day, you're still bringing up your shit. Like...
in front of my friends and family. You're talking about when you...
I'll poke him right in his forehead, like, shut up. Let's move on. Let's move
on. Yeah, absolutely. Next. Move on.
Probably like you had one thing that you had to do without me telling you what to do, and you...
like, and this is why... I'm going to tell you what to say.
Yeah. She should have written his vows, definitely.
Yeah. Right. Okay. I guess we're back.
We are back on Monday, 9:30 on Monday. Yes. So, guys, everybody that is with us, thank you so much for joining us this evening, and it's almost morning now in the UK. We need everybody to press the like button, like push it now. That means a lot. That means that this video will go out to way more people, and you can share it as well. All manner of channels, just share it and follow us on all the socials. We are on Instagram, TikTok, on Facebook, and on Twitter. Your aunties could never. We're always putting out loads of different content. We have a main podcast show that goes out on Tuesdays as well. So join us for that. And also TikTok is super funny. There's lots of shits that go down in the comments on there. People are very toxic on TikTok. People are really nice in Instagram. It's very different. It's a different world. It's interesting all the same. So go through the comments and get involved. And we will see you on Monday. Yes, we're definitely doing it for the reunion. So we will be going live from 9:30 on Monday. And we're discussing everything about the reunion. Life of God just says, what do you expect from the reunion? At least one fight. Actually, we didn't go into what we expect.
No. Maybe one at least. But I think we can.
Sorry, I was having some technical difficulties and I still can't hear you. But bye. If that's what you're saying, I can't hear you.
Oh. That's a shame.
All right, I will do a poll so you guys tell us what you think is going to happen on the reunion as well. But we will see you on Monday, 9:30. Join us then. Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye.